Hello, I'm Leah Harris, General Pediatrician near Vancouver, Canada.
I'm Dr. Hannah Qureshi, a pediatrician and the Peds Clinical Chair for Med Global.
My name is Marwa Saleh. I'm a family medicine physician.
My name is Mehnaz Mehboob and I practice family medicine and rheumatology in the UK.
My name is Samra Wahid Hashmi. I'm an ophthalmologist in private practice in the suburbs of Chicago. In September of 2017, when the news was filled with the horrible accounts of the massive genocide of the Rohingya Muslim minority in Myanmar, night after night, I would be reading news about their plight, and then I had this urgent need to go.
Over the last several years, Med Global has been dedicated to the service of the Rohingya refugees inside Bangladesh, operating a medical clinic inside the camps, and I have been fortunate to volunteer with them since 2017. I met a family of 8 people living inside a small tent, and they invited me in and asked for a picture. The smell of smoke was intoxicating, as was the heat, as they cooked in the same place that they had to sleep, with temperatures of over 90 degrees outside. But even more overpowering to me was their generosity.
For me, the most exciting thing about Med Global is their belief in and support of the education programs. More and more, our team have been contacted by the students that we've taught or the instructors who are going on to teach. Our students will say, "Today I used my helping babies breathe skills to save a baby's life." And that has to be, the fact that it's repeated has to be one of the most poignant stories I can share.
I have been volunteering and working with Med Global since November of 2018. I started through the medical missions that they had been organizing in Lebanon at several of the refugee camps in the Arsal and the Bekaa area. I also particularly remember the shared medical appointments that we ran for diabetic patients at the camps, where it was an opportunity for them to come together and share their experiences in managing diabetes in such difficult situations. And I'm sure that also had an impact that goes beyond just the visits that we had done with them.
I had the privilege of working with Med Global in countries like Lebanon and Bangladesh, where I predominantly worked with Syrian and Rohingya refugees. I remember doing home visit in one of the refugee camps in Lebanon when I was introduced to this woman who had not spoken in the last 2 years. She just stared at the walls and did not respond to any conversation. Now I cannot even begin to imagine what her eyes had seen, or what her ears had heard, or the kind of mental trauma she must have gone through which took her speech away. Fortunately, I was able to refer her to a mental health program which was supported by Med Global in that area. But I still wonder whether she ever broke her silence, whether she ever found her way back in the life, whether she ever found this world worth talking to.
During these challenging times while we're in our homes with our loved ones and enjoying a pretty comfortable way of life, I remember them. They did not ask anything of us, which makes us even more conscious of needing to be the voice of the voiceless, the most persecuted minority in the world.
Med Global and its volunteers are a beacon of hope for people who are probably facing the biggest economic humanitarian crisis of our times.
Be grateful for the life you have been given and ask more for what you can do for those who need you, and then act. So I ask you humbly to donate generously to Med Global so the work can be continued to be done all around the world.